Good day, welcome to NasiLemak Learning Channel. I am Mr.Nasilemak.
I am Ms.Nasilemak.
Boys and girls, are you ready for another round of fun learning? Today we will be exploring the different phases of the moon. You must be curious to solve the mystery behind our moon's superpowers. Let's begin the journey of exploring one of the most beautiful magics of the universe.
Hold on. Before we continue, please ensure you have the following materials ready for our next lesson in class. Firstly, get a torchlight, a piece of black paper, and a ball. Now, place the black paper on the table. Then, place the moon on the black paper. The moon is represented by the ball. Next, shine the torchlight onto the moon.
Gradually move around the table, keeping your eyes steadily on the moon, which is lit up one side by the torchlight. You will see the different shapes it takes. These shapes are the moon's phases. The torchlight is the sun. Take a photo of the different shapes that you see and show them to the rest of the class in Microsoft Teams. Pause this video and we will see you next week to explore the most beautiful magic of the universe. Good day, welcome back to NasiLemak Learning Channel. I am Mr.Nasilemak.
I am Ms.Nasilemak.
Boys and girls, as promised, we are going to explore the most beautiful magic of the universe, the moon.
You will notice that the moon is changing its shape in the sky every time you look up at night. For roughly 30 days, they seem to have a magical power to change with a regular pattern. Why does the moon change shape each night? Ever wondered why and how? Well, here's the answer. It doesn't change shape at all, but they willingly appear and disappear. But the matter of fact is, like any magic trick, this is an illusion as well.
Yes, boys and girls, you will be surprised to know that the moon doesn't emit light itself, and the moonlight we see is actually the sun's light reflected off the lunar surface. This sunlight is also responsible for the moon's transformation from the new moon to the full moon and back again. Under the process, we call the lunar cycle or the phases of the moon. But the vital question is, how does it happen? Let's take a look at it.
As we know, the moon revolves around the Earth at a fixed orbit and does not have its own light. So, when the moon is exactly in the middle of the Earth and the sun, it becomes nearly invisible in the night sky, as the side facing the Earth does not get the sunlight.
This invisible phase of the moon is called the new moon. But as the moon continues to orbit and moves a little ahead in the waxing phase, after 2 or 3 days, some light from the sun starts to fall on some of its part, which makes the moon appear in a crescent shape in the phase called the waxing crescent. And as the moon continues its orbital journey, the sun's reflection keeps on increasing on the moon's surface. And in about a week, when the sun is in a 90-degree position to the moon, we could see its half-lit portion. This phase is called the first quarter.
Next, in about 2 or 3 days after the first quarter, the moon is more than half full and still increasing its illuminated surface in a phase we call waxing gibbous. And in about 2 weeks after the new moon or the invisible moon, it reaches behind the Earth with respect to the sun. And The full side of the moon facing the earth gets the sunlight, due to which finally we can see the full moon.
But it doesn't end there, my friends, as now comes the waning stage when the moon starts its return journey from full moon to the invisible new moon, as the light begins to decrease on its surface and it enters the waning gibbous phase. After this occurs, the last quarter phase, during which the moon is once again half illuminated. And finally, the moon finishes its journey in about 29.5 days and comes back between the earth and the sun to its new moon phase, marking the completion of the lunar cycle, just to start over again.
Did you know when the moon appears to be getting bigger, it's called waxing? And when it looks like it's getting smaller, it's called waning? Also, the word gibbous comes from the Latin word for hump and has been used for centuries to describe rounded or convex shapes, like swollen eyes or the back of a camel.
The magic of the moon lies in the direction of the sun's light, much like how lighting affects the photo of the ball you took at home. The magic is revealed.
Although the moon is in the sky, do you also know that the moon plays an important role in two celebrations we have in Malaysia?
For example, during the Mid-Autumn Festival, the full moon is considered a symbol of reunion. That's why Mid-Autumn Festival is also called the Reunion Festival. Next, our Muslim brothers and sisters also depend heavily on the sighting of the new crescent moon that sets the day of Ramadan, Hari Raya.
We hope you learned something new in today's video. Thank you and see you in the next class. Bye!
Present to you by NasiLemak.